All right, I'm live now in the witch group. Go find it, and I will get that invite going. When I see you on there, when you click it on, I can invite you. Whoops.
There you go.
Hold on. I know. I'm like, hold on. Okay, so when I see you clicked on the video, then I can just invite you to it.
All right. I'm clicking on it now.
All right, I got you. And your device works good for this. It works. Some people's it won't work good. Okay. We are doing this. We are live. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Okay, good. I got you on here. I'll turn this down so I can hear you on here. Hi, I'm so excited to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm sharing this out
Hmm.
real quick.
You go right ahead. I'll introduce the show real quick. This is the Witch's Hour, and this week I have a special guest, Rod James. So yeah, we're getting ready to do a live feed coinciding with the podcast. So once we're done with this live feed, I'll edit it and everybody get to listen to it also. So really, really excited.
Oh, I'm so thrilled about this. Hi. Lovely to meet you. I'm trying to share this out on Facebook at the same time, but lovely to meet you. I'm Robin James.
Hello, Rob.
Hi, can you
Is
hear
that
me?
so? I can hear you now. You just
Okay,
kind of
good.
froze up
Hi, I
for a
just said
second.
hi. I'm Robin James. Nice to meet you. I'm glad that we worked out the sound really quick now that you can hear me. I had the volume down. Hi, lovely to meet you. I'm Robin James. We were just discussing if he was going to label me a witch or not for, for this show. I said
we
you
we
kind of,
was.
yeah, you can if you want to. I don't usually necessarily use that label, but a lot of what I'm working with and doing is energetic magic on so many levels. So we were just discussing that.
Yeah. So I guess we lost feed for a
Okay.
second, but I'm still here.
Okay, good. I was just kind of staring like with the deer in the headlight look. Okay, good. This is our first feed, so we're trying to work out any technical glitches too.
And right. I yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm back in your video chat room. So how do I reconnect
All
to
right,
you?
I'm making sure that you're on here. Here, are you on here now?
Yep.
Let me see. I got you. I'm adding you again. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, good.
Here I am.
Okay, we are back. I was like, oh my God. Okay, let's try this again.
Yes, let's try this again. So we was just discussing just a little bit ago about whether or not should I call you a witch.
Yeah. So a lot of what I do is energetic magic. I teach Reiki, but in my everyday life, it's no different to me, right? And I would say that with my journey, I had started with my Reiki training, and I was constantly getting shoved in these boxes. Like, if you're not healing, if you're not doing Reiki, you're not doing it right, if you're not doing it this way. And so I went about and I did my Reiki training, and I would say the most pivotal point in my journey was when I stepped outside those boxes and I took what I had learned about Reiki and I began to encode my own magic, my own energy with anything I was doing, right? I just kind of stepped outside that Reiki box, this is the way things are done, and began to kind of step into making my own magic on so many levels. And it was such a turning point for me in my spiritual journey.
right?
Right.
So how old was you when you first started getting into your path that you're on now?
All right,
What got you started?
I was very into the spiritual as a child. I was probably more awake. I got a lot of really hard lessons in healing. I am a healer. So I got a lot of really crazy lessons in healing really fast, starting at a pretty young age. I had stage 3 cancer at the age of 15, right off the bat, my first healing lesson, right? And strange things started to happen, right? I had some near death experiences and I didn't quite come back the same. It was like, even as probably at the age of 15, I could see through the entire matrix. I knew that love was all that's real here. And I was coming to these deep spiritual truths. But flash forward a couple years later, I was in a really bad car accident. I broke like at least over 30 bones in my body, including my entire pelvis, hip, and many areas of the body. And that began my descent into medications. I started getting really heavily medicated on a lot of kind of crazy opiates and things like that. And I would say I basically got drugged back to sleep with the pharmaceuticals, that I was very spiritually connected. And, as soon as I started taking these pharmaceuticals, it really closed me off spiritually. It made me very depressed, shut down my third eye, and things like that. And I would say, what really moved my spiritual journey forward would have been coming off of those pharmaceuticals. It was like I immediately got all of my psychic abilities back. I probably was going through some kind of rapid raising my vibration. And as that was happening, it was like I came back into my spiritual abilities and gifts.
Yeah, well, that's funny that you say that because I was going through a period of time in my life where I was going through issues with drug addictions to pharmaceuticals. I went through the same thing, and as soon as I got myself clean, it was like everything just became more clear to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just really lower your frequency. And, when you're on low frequencies, it really closes you off from the spiritual. You want to vibrate as high as possible. But that was really pivotal in my journey of me opening my third eye, too. It was like as soon as I came off of the pharmaceuticals, my third eye opened and I started having all of these crazy spiritual experience that kind of led to where I am now on my journey with this ascension and what everything I'm into.
Yeah, see, that's what's happened for me, really, and it's kind of interesting that two different paths, but same journey.
Yeah. So I see a lot of similarity in a lot of our lessons that we chose and us coming back together, the paths that people would pick to ensure that we woke up on so many levels. And I always say that we can't heal these things until we experience them. That we had to come experience a certain amount of things so that we could come assist. We can empathize with people because we know what it's like to have been through these experiences. And it was just also needed to where we are now for us to be able to kind of assist too.
So how true are those words that you just said? That it's hard to tell somebody or help anyone unless you've lived through those life lessons yourself. So
Yeah.
that is so true.
Yeah. So here I am. Now I'm trying to help people heal these things that I've been through and mastered on my path. And so, I think that we've all been through some crazy stuff here in Earth School, as I call it. We've been through some crazy experiences to get to this place where we're talking about, ascension and the spiritual and waking back up. We've been through so many experiences. But it's important to realize that you've been through experiences that people are just beginning to go through or haven't been through yet, that you have conquered and mastered in yourself. So, we're kind of a symbol of strength, the people that have conquered these things, for the people that are struggling and going through these same lessons on so many levels now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree any more than those words that you just said right there. Because that rings true for me. It's hard to help people unless you've gone through it. I mean, it's just like you just can't. You just can't. So, did you was you self taught did you have a mentor or?
Everyone is like, what books are you reading? People come hit my inbox. Like, what books are you reading? I'm always on this learning journey. Like, I'm always trying to learn more and more, right? The more I learn, the more I realize I know nothing about the universe. So I'm always very self taught. I meditate a lot. I tune into the universe. I am a galactic channel. So I'm always downloading information. I don't have books or movies that I watch. When I have free time, I spend it meditating and tuning into the spiritual myself. I think it's very important that people detox, discipline themselves through meditation, to try to tune into the spiritual themselves. We need to realize that every experience we're having is as spiritual as it gets. It could be your worst day at the office. It could be you going grocery shopping or just going about your life. This is as spiritual as you can get. These encounters right here that we're even having on so many levels. So I don't have any like good books or things to recommend in that sense. I'm all for, feeling the spiritual around you, making your everyday life more spiritual, whether it is, turning your house into a spiritual sanctuary or, just kind of becoming more one with the universe in whatever aspects.
Just I agree. I agree so much with what you just said there. I do. It is just the true words. So you have a lot of things going on in your life. We have brief conversations here and there, but you want to tell everybody some of the things that you got going on?
Okay. No, I'm gonna get interviewed. I'm a little nervous. Okay. So let's talk about my life. My life, I was already on a mission for a few years now. I've probably been doing the same healing mission, trying to teach via live feeds. I try to get on feed and teach people and get information out there and things I do. And, but that mission really changed about a year ago when I kind of stepped out into the unknown. And, first I made a voyage to California and then to the United Kingdom. And I really stepped out into the unknown. I always say this, with just myself and Reiki, with no plan, nothing, no kind of like set things, just going with the flow and following this universal calling that I feel so deeply. And I can only describe these things moving me around as this soul pull. It's like a soul calling that has moved me here on every level. So I knew that I was coming to the United Kingdom for Stonehenge. I knew that I was going to California for Shasta and the energies I needed there. So I am here now in the United Kingdom. I have been going to Stonehenge anytime that they're open. They don't always have them open. They usually have them open 4 times a year for their access during the equinoxes and the solstices. I am going with a group of light workers. A lot of them are group admins in some of these areas. And we are going to Stonehenge again for the spring equinox, which is like only in a couple weeks. We are going there, every time they're open, but we're also going back to do crop circles this summer. I will be going to do crop circle videos as well. So I have a lot going on this summer. We have like 7 trips planned. And I just found out that you probably don't need a passport to go to Wales. So that's probably somewhere we'll end up going this summer too. So we're trying to get out there, share some crazy energy via feed. And that's the most spiritual experience that I could ever have, going to Stonehenge during one of these crazy ascension space storms that we're having, since the frequencies and the energies are changing on this planet, and to go there and to channel out that energy, to our groups through videos and things like that. It's probably one of the most spiritual experiences I could ever have, to work with that energy. It's so crazy. So I have a lot of that kind of stuff going on.
That sounds like a whole lot of stuff going on. I mean, that's just, my mind just kind of trying to, just now starting to wrap around it.
So we have Allison. Wait, I'll just name it. We have someone coming from Canada, Allison. We have someone coming from New York. We have people coming from other places in Europe and just all over the place to come join us on this adventure. For this summer, we're going to be having people come from like New Zealand and Australia. So we have light workers coming from all over the world to come play and hang out with us and to just kind of assimilate some of this amazing spiritual energy that was so important. These structures are very important to us in past times and are like the ultimate energy generators. So we have a whole group of awake light workers going to come, play in these areas with us, and it's really amazing.
That does sound really fun. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that does really sound fun. Going to the crop circles, I mean, yeah.
I'm just thrilled to go see this stuff in person because this is stuff that I was teaching about and talking about for so long with my mission, and to be able to go experience it and go play with these things, it's pretty amazing.
You know, I just realized something. I think everybody's watching you right now on video, and
Yeah.
they don't even have no idea what questions
I
I
know
need to
you're
ask
not even on there. I do have you on. I noticed our Facebook feed shut down. I just left it rolling, but I do have you, so hopefully people can hear you on speaker.
you. I mean, I think I got the bugs figured out on my end. If you want to try to shoot me another video,
Yeah, I
I'm fine
did.
with it.
I really did, but I didn't see you. Here you go. Perfect.
I am just so not with it today, am I?
It's okay. It's Saturday.
Right?
Right?
Hang on, I got my headphones on this time too. That way I can hear you better.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. So yeah, we're good. We're good now. I mean, I think I am until I say it, then something happens.
No, it's perfect. Yeah, good.
So, let me ask you something. Do you honor any deities? Do you recognize
Oh
any
God,
of them?
I love lots of deities. I don't necessarily worship them. I believe in the concept of many gods, if you know me. It's why I usually don't use the word God when I'm talking about spirituality. But I mean, there's just been so many deities that were either amazing mythologies or examples of where we could head up, you know, as in terms of being human, that a lot of these past places taught us that we could be godlike with our abilities and where we could
Yes.
evolve to on so many levels. I love Nash. I love of several other of some of the Indian deities I'm very drawn to. I'm very drawn to Egyptian stuff. I'm usually always trying to teach it and incorporate it with what I'm doing because I think it's very relevant. India's kind of ended up. So I'm very into many kind of Egyptian past places. I'm very into like Greek mythology. I am very into some of
Me too.
Viking
Me too.
history, Norse gods, Viking history. There's some amazing things in those places. So I'm very drawn to deities spread out throughout many, many different cultures on so many levels.
Yes. Yes. I don't. I really don't do the whole God things myself. I mean, I do kind of relate a little bit to a one Greek god, Pan. I kind of relate to him a little bit because there's a few similarities between him and I, but I don't do much to honor him. I just recognize that we have some sort
Which
of
one? Now I want to know which one.
the half guy, the man, half goat, plays the flute. That's the one I kind of recognize the most.
I knew it was going to be something I was really familiar with too.
Yeah. I mean, I have so much of a connection with him. I actually went out and got like a flute to learn how to play the Irish whistle just because I just thought it was a cool idea. I don't know. But I don't do much to honor him, I guess. So I just thought it was an interesting question to ask you.
I love it. I love it because that fits with my elemental theme. I'm real into things like that, right? That would be an elemental god. So it kind of fits the theme I have going on. I'm always trying to play with fairies and elemental type of energy.
Also, in my craft too, I like to incorporate a lot of music into what I do. Like for me, meditations a lot of time is I like burning basils and incense and herbs, but I also like to take time and grab my bongos. I'll start playing some music. I'll play the Irish whistle here, or I'll try to get the kids that they'll sit there and play the tambourine, something like that. So yeah,
Music's
I do that.
powerful. We make music in this house. My husband makes music, and I can tell that it's the same kind of akashic energy that I channel doing my videos. That when you do music, it's so powerful. And being in the now, number one, it puts you in the moment, it puts you in the now. But it's powerful in terms of channeling that any type of music with a element, whether you're good or bad at it, that you're channeling it in so many levels.
Yeah, so let me ask you that question. Who do you follow? Who do you watch? Do you get on YouTube and watch any YouTubers? Do you follow anybody? I mean, everybody follows
I
you.
have
Do you
no
follow
time to
anybody?
watch YouTube videos either. So I don't really follow a lot of people. I try to check out some of my friends' videos. I'm not watching videos, I'm more making them. Right? I'm not having a lot of time. When I have free time, I like to unplug and chill and, self-care and things like that. So I'm not watching YouTube videos. As a channel, it's very important that I'm not taking outside information in my journey,
Right.
that everyone can put a video out, anyone can put an article out, their opinion out. We don't know where this information is coming from. For me, if I want to know something, I'm going to download it or connect to the universe. So I'm very careful as a channel and as someone who does videos for a job, not to be watching other people's content, so it doesn't kind of like pollute me as a channel as well.
Right. But it makes it hard when you watch other people or listen to other people because you want to compare yourself to them, and it just I just rather do my thing.
I just stay real focused on my work. I don't really have a lot of time. When I do have time, I'm probably more apt to listen to music than be listening to Ascension videos. But I do Ascension videos for a job. So when I'm doing this all the time, when I have time to unplug, I don't really want to go watch Ascension spiritual videos. I want to go chill and hang out or listen to music.
So, won't you tell us a little bit about like some of the things that you like to do, like with your free time? What do you do to relax? How do you unwind? How do you ground?
My favorite. I spend a lot of my personal free time just downloading and channeling information from the universe. So much of it that I have a very hard time trying to process it and put it on video. It can be kind of overwhelming. I'm getting a lot of information to me. So one of my favorite things I like to do is just hang out and download. And I things that I'm interested in, I put in my videos. It could just be like whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm asking the universe, whatever I'm interested in. I like to do a lot of creating. I find it very meditative and playful. Constantly playing with crystals, gritting, creating things with them, doing a lot of Zen crystals. I'm big on whether it's making crystal candles and crystals, hanging out, taking salt baths, anything that's good for my energy on so many levels.
Salt baths for sure. Yeah,
Mermaid
I can dig that.
I do a lot of mermaid things. I like to hang out in the bathtub an hour or two a day. This is how I like to spend my time detoxing my energy and my aura, doing things that are good for me, keeping my energy on point.
Well, salt baths. I'm just sitting there thinking about taking one right now for some strange reason. Thanks for bringing it up. Wow, listen to me.
Things that are good for your aura.
I'm thinking about it. So, you want to tell anybody about any of the groups that you got going on?
All right, I have many groups on Facebook. I have joined forces to do this group, which I'm excited about, the Witches Hour, which we're also on Facebook as well as
While we're on the topic of this,
go ahead.
We had a discussion not too long ago about how we pronounce my name.
Yeah.
While we're live, while we're doing this podcast, I want to hear it one time how you're pronouncing my name.
Well, I asked if it was like Meridian because I was very interested, since I'm so interested in the ley lines. Right? I was like, is that how you pronounce it, like Meridian? That's what I was asking.
Is that what you're sticking with?
Yeah.
Oh no. How many times I've heard this? It's actually Meriden.
That's what I got after. Like I was saying it like a meridian, like the ley lines, meridians of the body.
I had somebody one time was trying to get my attention and kept going Meridian. And the whole time I'm just ignoring. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking to. I mean, who the fuck's Meridian? And then they poked me on the shoulder like Meriden. I'm like, oh yeah, now you finally get it. I'm just keep on walking. I can be a jerk.
So now I kind of got how to say it a little bit better. So I'm doing the Witches Hour group with Meriden, and then I have my usual. I have a couple Sparks of Divine Light healing groups on Facebook, and my Sparks of Divine Light healing page that I do videos on. I have to look what it's called now because we keep changing our names. We have the Galactic Council of Lightworkers here, which is our main group. Which is a good place to vibe. Groups we hang out in.
Do you want to tell them kind of what your mission is in these groups?
My mission is to activate humanity and to heal everyone. I dream of a world where everyone is just healthy and happy. We could all just be healthy and happy, and everyone doesn't have to be sick and being poisoned with, pharmaceuticals and months and food and things like that. So my only intent is that people can be healthy and happy around here and heal. That's what I do. So I do a lot of time, just doing Reiki, activating people, just vibing, trying to do videos and put out information that I find helpful to me in my ascension that can help people going through the same kind of process.
Hmm. And we got a pause. That's a pause right there. I like that.
Pause. So we want to uplift humanity. We want to wake up the planet and hopefully heal everyone, and we can be having a better existence. We had to realize how interconnected we are as people, and that we're only doing as good as the worst person in this matrix. So there is some incentive for us to try to heal and uplift people, because then it will uplift all of us. So many
Interesting
levels.
way of putting it. I kind of like that.
It will help and heal all of us. So we heal someone else, it heals us too. So I'm learning how to be of service. I'm learning how to for sure be of service this life. That's why I'm here on every level.
And that's interesting about us too. We have the same goals, two different paths, but yet the same goals. And what you just told the listeners and the people out there is exactly the same way I feel about things. Really, I mean, I know I kind of got that exterior look of this guy. What you know what I mean? But
I think we'll have a lot more in common than we've been led to believe, right? I think that we have a lot in common once we wake up and our intent and what we want to do around here and things like that, for real.
And people who have the same calls, they recognize that people that are actually doing the same things, energy also.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of brought us together in the moment when we met. I think is that we have the same calls and then energies. They say, hey, let's work together.
Yep.
There can be some good things happening here.
I know, I'm thrilled about it too.
Yeah,
I am
so
thrilled about it too. I just see amazing things, not just for your podcast, but for this group also on Facebook. I'm just so thrilled about it.
Just as a community as a whole, whether it's what you do, whether it's what I do, it all is one big umbrella of protection, really, and that's what really it's all about. It's all the same thing.
I love it.
Yeah. So, do we want to make the announcement that you're going to be doing some co-hosting shows with us? Do you want to?
I will make the announcement now while we have people on here. I'm going to be co-hosting this show. I would rather do the interviewing with him than be interviewed, if you know me anyway. I feel a little weird being interviewed today, right? I just feel a little in the hot seat. What kind of questions is he going to ask? No, but I'm going to be co-hosting with him, and I really can't wait. I think it'll be like just the amazing, perfect combination. I told him he needed a female co-host anyway. Balance. Balance cancels out, so it creates a certain balance. But I'm just so thrilled about it. So I'm going to be co-hosting the Witches Hour with him and podcast with him, and I'm just so excited. We'll be doing lots of live feeds too. We're going to do some live feeds too.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy this whole setting. Kind of gives everybody this intimate, like sitting around the campfire kind of a setting. I dig that.
I love it. I can't read the Facebook comments or we'll mess up the broadcast. So next time we'll bring another device.
I can see what they're saying. It's been nothing but really nice comments. They're saying that they're getting a really good energy from both of us together.
I love it. I did his body graph. He is a generator. I'm a manifesting generator. So I always say when you have two generators come together, and it's just amazing. Awakened generators, right? It's powerful. Powerful things can happen when you have the right energetic components. So I'm just so happy because it creates a good energy.
It really does.
Yeah.
I've been feeling the vibe all day long. I put a couple of posts up on Facebook earlier, kind of getting everybody pumped up. I didn't realize at the time when I was making these posts that we was going to go do this live, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, why not?
I'm like, let's go live, right? No, that's so good though, because it gets out. People don't have to wait to hear it till later, but it's really good. It's a good idea.
Yeah, excellent idea. I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you.
So what else do you want to ask me?
Well, I think you just answered your way right out of it when you were saying you was in the hot seat, I think. So I think you're off the hot seat now for now.
I'm like,
I'm
okay,
thinking,
good. This is someone who, for a profession, interrogates witches for a job.
yes, that's right. And I'm being nice. It could get worse, but I'm gonna be nice today. I'm feeling all these good, happy vibes, and I'm gonna be a nice guy, a nice man today.
Okay, good. What kind of
You've
magic
been.
are you into?
I'm just glad that you took the time out of your busy schedule to be on this guy's show, and
Oh,
I'm
brother.
super excited that you're going to take the time out and do this show with me. I can
Oh,
see really some amazing things happening with this show and within the community as a whole. I mean, I'm just really excited over
I'll
it. I
just
really
say it
am.
now since we're on the air and people will be listening to this. If you are a witch, you would like to be interviewed by us on the show,
Oh boy.
contact us. Because we have them all around us in these groups now, right? We have all these
Yes.
amazing spiritual people around us that usually like to stay hidden, I notice too, right? They like to stay hidden, right? Hidden away. But if you are a witch and this resonates for you, come find us. We would love to interview you.
Any of you really, because I mean, it's all about learning, and our journey is always about keeping moving forward, always learning something new. Since I've met you, I've learned quite an amount of different stuff. Just following you on Facebook, like, oh wow, interesting, cool. When you're solitary like I've been majority of my life, and I haven't come out until like maybe the last year, but I haven't come out in public until like the last couple of months when I decided to take on this. I do a podcast, and it for me it's always about learning and taking on new things. And what I used to do and incorporate with things that are new. It's really exciting. Meet new people. That's why I kind of took on the whole meeting witches type of thing, was to meet new people,
Yeah.
give them an outlet, give them a voice. I mean, they might not be able to say anything themselves, but I can be that instrument to get what their message they want out. See, the beauty of doing a podcast, in my mind, is that these people can still remain in the closet. All you're going to know is their witch name, and all you're going to hear is a voice. And that gives them power just in itself. And that's what, to me, make me want to do what I want to do. And instead of giving these people that are afraid to come out because of what people are going to, how they're going to be reacted to by people, they can still stay hid, but yet get a message out. And that, to me, that's pure fucking magic.
Oh, you can do the podcast in your pajamas.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, perfect job for me, right?
let's
I
not
can do
talk
it in
about
my
that.
pajamas. Yeah, no, but it does give people a voice. But we're gonna find out how powerful our voices are, and that when we
Yes.
start to speak our truth, just how powerful that is in people finding you. You just said it yourself. You've only been doing this podcast a minute, and look, you speaking your truth has aligned you with so many people so fast. So when you
Yes.
speak your truth, it does powerful things for your reality. It allows Those 5 to be able to find you on so many levels.
Yes. And it's true. And a good point you said is our words can be used for healing, or they can be used as a weapon. And that really is where their magic puts in manifestation of whatever you say, you're putting into reality. Be careful with your words. Try to put out positivity. I know I don't look like the guy that's like this ray of sunshine glowing around me, but it's all for me positively. Positivity. Making uplifting people when they need that time of where they feel like they're alone. They need to know that they're not alone. They got somebody there that does care. I try to make a habit of people that I meet in life through my journey to give them a hey, good morning. How was your day? Stuff like that. Just those simple 3, 4 words could make someone's bad day turn into a good day.
That's everything I'm about. If you guys watch my videos, you know, what do I talk about? Here is the energy you need to manifest. And if you want to talk about real magic, getting a grip on your mind, your thoughts, and your words to create a better reality. That's magic.
Yes, yes.
Our thought process and just staying high vibing all the time, we can create amazing things. And that to me is magic.
What you put out in the world is what you'll get back in the world. Just think like we same goal, just maybe different views sometimes of how we go about it, me, you and I. But that's what's going to make this show so interesting, is that 2 different paths coming together and creating something different and new. That's in itself is magic.
It really is. It really is. And it's so powerful. Just a couple people coming together awaken on so many levels. But when you see whole groups like this coming together, like the
Yeah.
energy that it creates, the vibrations it creates, it's just so powerful. I think that's why so many people are drawn to these spaces. Because, you know, it's really uplifting to be around the right energy on so many levels.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why when I first started the show, I started the group that you're part of now, was just to be something that the people who listen can go to and feel like a safe spot for these people to come to, where they won't get judged for what they want to be, who they want to be, how they want to live, and seeing it grow like it has with your help it's really kind of warmed my heart to see that what I'm trying to convey, it's coming into reality. And it really has been amazing for this week for me to be able to sit here and see what's happening with your help. So I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and I really do appreciate everything that everybody has done too.
I love it. I love it. This is how movements are born, for sure.
Yes.
Add your friends to the Witches Hour group on Facebook. Make sure that you guys join that space. It's going amazing. We've doubled the members in less than a week, and we're working on that space, putting content in it, and we appreciate everyone that is helping and adding their friends.
Yes, it's been amazing. It really has. This last week has been really. It's had its up and downs. I don't follow the whole frequency things like you all do. I don't. I just kind of go with the flow of how the day goes. You know what I mean? And it's been one of those weeks. It's been like up and down roller coaster ride.
Now you're getting it. If anyone got diagnosed as bipolar, now you're getting it, right? Ups and downs with the energy. If you ever had that label, congratulations, you're an energy worker. You are feeling the energy, right? Highs and lows, but especially with what's happening with these, I guess you could say, earth changes and ascension, it's changing the frequencies on this planet. And yeah, I think that we, as light workers, and that's why I consider all of us the witches too, awakened spiritual people, that we need to learn how to vibrate higher so that we can push the frequencies up higher on this planet. The more we can get grip on our own vibration, the easier to collect that and have it. So we have a lot of ups and downs with energy as we're learning how to stabilize and frequencies, because our frequencies are going up really fast. I know it feels like we're falling around here. My family feels like it's falling in this week, right? Getting used to it. It feels like my whole world is falling again. I know that it feel like you're falling. You are not. You are rising. You're rising. You're making a spiritual ascension. We're going up from here. But some people feel like, the world is falling. Just relax.
Right. Sometimes it's easier just to go with the flow and ride the wave and try to fight it anyway. But then again, sometimes I like to fight things.
Go with the flow. Don't do that, right? No resistance to the universe.
There is no resistance. Either way it goes, it's going to happen regardless. You might prolong it for a couple of minutes, but it's still going to happen.
Meant to be, we say it will be, right?
Right. Screw it. Just give in.
I love it.
Come to the collective.
I love it.
Well, this has been a great treat. I really appreciate what you've done. Thank you for coming on here, doing this show with me. Thank you for taking the time out, really.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to do it again. This was great because we learned I got on the app, I learned how to connect to the podcast. The next time it'll be much easier, and I'm just so looking forward to this.
Yeah. So stay tuned, everybody. Next week is going to come another one, so it's going to be fun. We'll have our shit a little bit together next time, though.
Yeah, we'll be.
A lot of it's my fault.
We'll be more together for sure. Stay in your magic, people. We got to realize that we are the magic, right? People, I watch all these movies about witches, and they're like, we need the spell book from my grandma, and we need the magic component, and oh my God, you are the magic. That's what we have forgotten.
Absolutely. I say that all the time. The magic's it's your DNA. It's your blood. It comes from you. You don't need all the little fancy little trinkets and all that other. No, you don't need that. It's you. If you manifest the magic, not the tool, you do.
I love it.
Yeah, cool. So, we're out of here. Thank you very much once again, Ron. It has been a fun time. It's great to have this chat with you.
Amazing. I'm
really.
gonna disconnect from here. Love and light, guys. Amazing to have you.
Okay.